All right. The night before I left to go to South Africa to cover the opening of The Lion King, I got an email about the opening of a hair salon in Santa Monica. The timing was unbelievable because as soon as I read the email, I knew I had another story to tell. And this is it. More than 10,000 miles from Los Angeles, in poor communities, something very rich is going on. This is a story about two different worlds colliding in the most beautiful of ways. Here in the poor Soweto township of Johannesburg, life is difficult, and to a stranger, heartbreaking. But the heart of Soweto is beating in a new salon in Santa Monica. In true showbiz style, Studio DNA opened its doors with much fanfare in June. And in doing so, its owners opened up their clientele to a whole new world of South African artistry. Many of the items sold here are handmade by women from all over South Africa. Women once trapped by the shackles of apartheid. Now they are free and working hard to make their lives better.
These women are being able to support their families when once upon a time, they were relegated to being servants and relegated to very, low-paying jobs.
Danny Leclair and Aubrey Lutz own Studio DNA. Aubrey is from South Africa, here now for 14 years.
I've always said it's great to have a business and to earn a living, but to have a business and actually make a difference in the world at the same time is, you can't beat that.
As you look at the items they sell, you may notice the TV on in the background. It plays a documentary called Beauty from Our Hands, which shows how the lives of women in South Africa are changing thanks to their new employment opportunities. The organization Studio DNA are involved with all help to better the lives of South Africa's disenfranchised. And that brings us back to Johannesburg, to a place called the Unity Gallery. It is not connected to Studio DNA, not yet anyway, but it's a great example of how lives are changing. Unity not only mentors people, it helps sell their work all over the world. These pop-tops are brought here from the dumps of Johannesburg by unemployed people and turned into art. That's right, art, using the tops of old soda pop cans. They call it Afra-Can. With the help of some glue and some beads, Edna Feary carefully creates her boxes. And what she's gotten in return is a real gift.
It really makes me feel having something, and now I bought a house because of this project.
One of the friends of Unity says this project has a bright future that will help change many more lives.
The plan is to buy a building, which is going to be a Unity building. And that building will house artists, poets, singers, musicians, and all sorts of artists whose work you see in this gallery.
Much of the work here comes from widows working at home and raising their children at the same time. It's something to think about as Studio DNA continues to branch out to empower the impoverished.
We hope to then introduce the line to other stores and teach people about socially conscious purchasing and the power their dollar has to make a change in the world.
If you're interested in learning more about the products made by the women at Unity, just go to our website, abc7.com. We have information about how you can order items and support the women and the program. And yes, I've already started buying.
It's beautiful items.
It's very lovely.
All right, George, thanks a lot.